I am smoking.
Welcome to the weekly update, Nashville, Tennessee, with the Burnett team. I am on location as well in Nashville, Tennessee here. Enjoy the beautiful outdoors. And we've got Matt and Marty Burnett at their gorgeous office there in Goodlettsville to talk with Jeremy Martin today with All Pro Home Inspection. And we've got some good stuff to discuss. Thank you all for being with me, and great to meet you, Jeremy.
Thanks for having me today, guys.
Hey, thanks for coming on.
Hey, Amy and Jeremy.
So don't mind the noises in the background, but Jeremy, home inspection, I know it's something that not everybody always talks about, or they, don't think about during the transaction of home ownership. We've got a hot market right now, and there's a lot to talk.
We lost your audio, Amy.
Yeah, we lost a little audio there.
I think what she was going to ask you is that in this hot market, a lot of people are either waiving home inspections or kind of doing pass fails. And we were going to have you talk about that a little bit, because that's a little risky to be waiving a home inspection.
Sure is. And I tell you, we've had to kind of rethink, our position in the market, right? And what we're doing with people, taking contracts on homes without home inspections. So how can we still help those people? And there's several ways that we've developed that. One of them obviously is trying to do a front end, what we call the pre-listing inspection for the seller. So go ahead and do it's completely customizable as well. You can do a 3-4 point inspection, look at the major items of the home. Let's make sure there's nothing on there that's going to make that home inspection fail for the buyer. Go ahead and take care of it. You guys as real estate agents, you're going to know if that house is, if it's 2 years old, it's probably not going to need anything. If it's 20 years old, okay, there's probably going to be some things that the homeowner doesn't know that are wrong, or at least need to be evaluated. The roof, the HVAC, the crawl space. No one goes in their crawl space until we come along, and it's all, it's like, what's down there? So
yeah, I love the idea of being proactive on that and kind of heading it off at the pass. I mean, yeah, you know me for a long time, and I'm super proactive. So I love the idea of just knocking that piece out ahead of time.
Yeah, go ahead and take those things off the table, for the buyer, and the seller's already got these things completed. And then that way the buyer's going to feel more confident buying the house without a home inspection, because it's already at least gone through some part of that.
Right. So they're going to be more confident in giving their highest and best price if they already know what the product is.
That's right.
Let's flip that a little bit, Jeremy, and say the seller doesn't do that. I'm not spending an extra dime, and so then they won't do it. So let's say I've got my Mr. Buyer coming in, and we want to give a clean offer. We want to do we've done some pass fail home inspection type thing, like we're taking it or leaving it based on the home inspection, but a lot of people are waiving them completely. What solutions are you coming up with for that?
We can do a combination of some things, guys. We call it the walk and talk consultation. So if we can get in there with you guys and the buyer at the listing appointment, right? So the buyer wants to go see this house, and you guys are going to set it up. We're going to go do our thing. Let us 30 minutes, 45 minutes, walk around this house, make sure there's no major, components that are having problems or issues. There again, kind of the roof, HVAC, crawl space, that kind of stuff. We might have to get some permission from the seller to make sure we can do some of those things. And then if that's good and the buyer feels comfortable, we can always incorporate that into a post-closing inspection, full-blown, cover all the aspects of the house if the buyer so wants to. Then that way they've got a full packet of, they know what's going on with the house once they've actually closed. So all of this is customizable. We can do bits and pieces and parts. If they just want to do the consultation, we did one not too long ago with an agent, and their buyer was in the Philippines. And so the agent had the buyer on FaceTime, and we're walking around the house, kind of looking at everything at the listing appointment. So
isn't technology the best?
It is.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love that. I love that customizable piece, because as you know, being in the home inspection business, and we know as real estate professionals, every house is different.
Yep.
So and every client is different. So depending on what your client's hot button or worry is, if we can get that addressed on the front end, then you've got that confidence level. I love that the way that you'll like kind of tailor make those inspections per the.
We're in a market now, Marty, as you guys know, it's not one size fits all anymore. It's, it's crazy.
Right. And of course, traditionally, the ideal way is to get the property under contract and then have a period to do all of your inspections as much as you want. Right. But in today's market, you have to move fast and to be as competitive as possible. So it has to kind of come in on the front end.
And even
I like that. I like that a lot.
And even on those terms, if you still want to go the traditional route, what we're doing is, hey, we're going to get you in and done in 48 hours or less. So, because we know you guys are moving 900 miles an hour, and so is that contract, and so is that buyer. So let's get it in, get it done, and boom, keep moving. So,
I love the way that you're moving with the market and moving with us, and it takes a village to make all this stuff work. So I love that everybody in our industry, or most of everybody I've talked to in our industry, is really adjusting and adapting. Online, we're seeing a lot of, the market's crazy. It's hard for this. It's hard for that. And I keep telling people, like, we're still selling houses. We're still helping people sell houses. We're still helping people buy houses. Is it a little bit challenging right now? Yeah, but I mean, we're just all shifting and changing and working a little bit harder. I'm not complaining, and trying not to have any help others not complain as well and just be positive. It's a great market. It's so exciting that people recognize that Tennessee's an amazing place to live and in the greater Nashville area and what it has to offer. So I love that you guys are shifting with us.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Well, I love that you always bring in the best professionals, Matt and Marty, because this is a pure example. Jeremy, they are connected to the best of the best, and you are as well, which is giving that advice that a lot of people don't take time to have this conversation, to really talk about every detail that needs to take place in the home purchase, and you guys are just really hitting it head on.
Jeremy, is there anything else you've got, that a little tidbit, a little, a trick or something you guys are doing that people may not know about?
Wow, that's a great question. Education and knowledge is power, right? So the more that we can educate and teach people about homes in your own home, even if you're living in it now, if something doesn't look right, something doesn't sound right, man, investigate it. Let's look a little further into it. If if water's rushing around your house, or if you hear something dripping, or if your HVAC is making some kind of a monster noise, dig a little deeper, and we're more than happy to help you out. Give us a call. We'll come by and just take a look at it and be like, yeah, you really need to make sure you get an HVAC person over here, or a plumber, or somebody like that before it gets really bad. So be aware of what you got, and if not, call us. We'll help you.
Mm-hmm. Be aware, ask questions, call the professionals. We say it over and over and over again. Call the professionals. I tell you, I've been here in Nashville for 10 days now. I've, found a couple properties I don't mind. So we'll be calling all of you as soon as I fine tune what our Nashville house needs to look like. You never know.
There you go.
Exciting.
Hey, Jeremy.
Jeremy,
how many perfect houses have you inspected?
Man, wow, man, I've been doing this 14 years, over 12,000 homes, and I haven't found one yet.
Every house has got something.
They're man-made.
That's right.
They all have their own personality, right?
Yes,
absolutely. Some of them are good, some of them not so good.
Some of them are, some of them a little scary. Some of them are beautiful. That's why we love
Jeremy,
what we do.
All your clients should be thanking you for the help that you gave, and probably avoiding a lot of problems in the future. And professionals like all of you are what make a difference in this business. So thank you so much for coming on today to talk about this. Matt and Marty, always thank you for bringing in the best people.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Awesome. Thanks
for having me, guys.